Alright, guys and girls, NMRC family. I haven't done an update video since I think Ed's unboxing. I dimmed that light, but now it's kind of too dark. So I guess I'm just SOL either way. But anyway, as you can see, I have the limited edition TF2 from RC 4-wheel drive. Yes, she is all dusty and dirty from her last maiden voyage. This rig is, yes, the 10.3. Let me move the TF2 real quick. But yes, it is the SCX 10.3 kit version. It's not the RTR. I don't like the RTR due to the fact that it only has 2-speed or dig. I'm going to try and undo this light a little bit, make it a little bit more brighter so you can actually see it. Yeah, it's just going to have to be bright, guys. But anyway, there's a CX 10.3 Jeep JLU or whatever the heck they want to call it. All I know is it's a Jeep Rubicon licensed. It is like a 2-piece frame. It slides back and forth. But, I'm not going to do all the techno babble of what it is and what it can do and can't do and stuff. I barely driven it. It's okay. It's not the greatest thing out there like people are making it to be. Plus it has these Hyraxes, and I'm not a fan of Hyraxes. Where I crawl at, they suck more than they do good. But I had to fix this contraption here. Like I said, it's a customer rig. It's actually my buddy's rig. And he got it in, bought it, and there was stuff just kind of ghetto on it, like these micro servos. He had a giant ProTech servo or something here, and it was just ridiculous when these little micros can do it just fine. And then I had to put my DX5, I believe it's called, rugged Spectrum radio and receiver to do the trim and throw right, because his little cheap radio right there is crap. It can't do the travel correctly, and you have to like manually do it and all that. It's just a big headache. So I use my digital one, got the throws and everything working right, and it all runs right and stuff like that. I think he's gonna sell this rig and try and get a TF2. So any of my subscribers, hint hint, if you want a 10.3, courtesy of NMRC, working on it and has touched it, my boy's selling it, and or trading it for a TF2 Merlin, or really any TF2, even a TF2 like that. But even the regular Blazer, doesn't have to be a limited edition, it could be the regular one. He'll probably trade you. It will not come with my receiver and my Spectrum radio. It'll be without an RX and TX. You have to have your own RX and TX, but everything else you see, it comes with Hyrax, the factory beadlock wheels, the body's not in the best condition. It's got some good scrapes on there, and that's not from him, that's from the previous owner that he got it from. But all in all, it's an alright rig. It has the RC 4-wheel drive. What does he have? That FJ ESC in here. It has a RC 4-wheel drive rebuildable 35 turn motor in here, and it has the RC 4-wheel drive stock steering servo in this rig also. So, and then he had to buy new side rails or skid, whatever you call these side plates. Had to buy new ones because the guy chopped all these ends off to mount these micro servos onto here. Chopped it all off, ghettoed it. See how this one's still kind of all messed up from what the previous owner did. But at least you're still able to mount this properly now. and I replaced the other side too. He didn't get the short tray for the short pack when he bought this from that guy, so that's missing. But that's what I've been doing and working on, is this guy here. And I'll show you what else I've been working on here once I get this lovely 10.3 out of here. And it has lights in the headlights. Just gotta plug them in, or run your own like power supply or whatever, however you want to make it work. So, oh, you guys kind of got a glimpse. So I got this TF2 right here. Oh, let me get it. Oh man, this thing's kind of heavy. So here she is here. And let's pop the lid off to prove to you guys it is the limited edition. Bought it brand new. See, got the Skell V8, the dual shocks, limited edition wheels. I will say these tires where I live, they grip. They do work, man. They're awesome tires. I bought the headers. I even bought the alternator. I still gotta buy the other stuff and the water neck and the radiator and all that, but I'm gonna get all that stuff and scale it all up. And then we got this build. I bought this main body. I already had the hood and tailgate. Bought the hinges. I have the bumpers. I need to get the front chrome inserts of the LED lights for the front and for this dually flare on this side. The hood hinges are in there. I got the interior. I got all the windows. I got the headlights, lenses, tail lights, and all that. And then I gotta get the cab lights, and then I gotta get lights, LED lights to drill into the tailgate like the real 1-to-1 dually. So we'll set her on here, hopefully, if I can see those doohickeys, because I'd like to spin it around for you guys so you can see what an awesome fabricator guy did for me on this build. Wow, that was a loud firework. Jeez. Idiot's still lighting fireworks out here like a dumb idiot. But, anyway, got this headache rack made from a guy off of Squareheads RC. His name's Ken. I can't remember his last name, on Facebook. He built this rack for me, this headache rack. I just gotta paint it when I'm ready to paint it. He'll paint it for you. It's 65 to 70 bucks for him to build him, and he'll paint it too. So I even have the tailgate latch thing and all that stuff. And as you can see, I do have the cab blocked off with the sliding window. It's hard to see through the mesh. That's all from Shrink RC off of eBay. The quality of that is just downright amazing. It fits right in there. You don't have to cut the bed off and do all this junk like everybody else is doing. Then you gotta figure out how you're gonna mount the bed, how you're gonna mount the cab, and blah blah blah. It pops right in there and you can glue it right in. It's amazing. It's really awesome. And then you say, oh, well, it looks funny with the wheels and tires like that, right? You know, how come you don't have dually wheels and tires? Well, I do. And they're right here. I made these, watch. Let me get these front ones so you get the concept. So, I have my broken ankle, I was doing all this to this guy. And here's your regular wagon wheel 1.5 with the, what are these, mud thrashers? Yeah. Okay. Here's your regular wheels here that are beadlocks, metal, stamped steel. And I turned them into dualies. I know they're not pretty, but I gotta sand them up and paint them. See how they're spaced? They don't rub or hit. This one is, I still gotta fine tune the spacing on it, but, and then there's the back side. Still has the hex in there. It's all one long screw like it would be on the 1-to-1, one big long lug nut. or not lug nut, wheel stud, and then you bolt it on. And then here's this one. It's barely spaced out. It's like maybe barely touching. If I can get it in the right light to see it. But anyway, you guys get the concept. And what I had to do is this rim is flipped. It's reversed. Both rims are. And I smacked. So I turned this around and I smacked this out. And then I flipped the inside of the backside. I smacked it down. So see how this is the inside, the backside. I smacked this down. And then I took the front side of the rim and smacked it out. So it can go right up against this inside rim and still lock the bead. So see how you can barely see the spacing. That's how I made my dually beadlock wheels work. They're not the greatest, but hey, they work better than doing plastic rims or even metal and gluing your tires on and never being able to change your tires again. And they're they don't sit true because I wasn't able to do it on the flattest surface. I'm sure if I took more time, they would have came out better. But it is what it is. And I drilled out the center of the rim, so the wheel nut tool will fit through this rim and still get to the nut and tighten it or take it off. That's how I built the dually wheels. It looks pretty cool. They barely stick out past the fender, and it makes it look like a lifted dually anyway, and most of them that are lifted with aftermarket tires kind of stick out anyway. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. Been doing while my ankle's been healing up from my bike and my accident, breaking my ankle. Yeah, you can't really see it that well in there. But I even have an MSD ignition box to put in this, a tachometer, all kinds of scale stuff that I'm going to be throwing in this body and stuff once I get it done and finished. But I figured I'd just share it with you guys, and I got that giant turd, I got that going again. This, I don't know where I put that Mamba system and that motor, but the motor I was running in there is a 1/8 scale motor. It was just way too powerful for any crawler really, because I tried a Traxxas 2-speed transmission in it with that motor and slipper clutch delete, and that motor ate the spur gear in the Traxxas transmission. So that motor just has way too much torque. It's stupid. So I threw a still a Mamba X Castle system censored, but with the 3800 kV, and it does way better. It's still way too fast, so I need to put a 2850 or 2650 or something in there just to slow down the pep a little bit, due to the fact I have to have such a big pinion in there for it to reach properly, is kind of the reason. Well, no, I only have one tooth bigger than stock, so it's way too fast for a scale rig like that. It rips. And then here soon I'll be having this build going. Hopefully here soon. Just, I had a relapse of my ankle being broken and bills and stuff. So that's what it looks like now. I've been walking I'm on my second week at work and been walking and just getting healed overall anyway. Bills and my ankle. Alright guys, that's just a nice shop update and what I've been up to and doing and all that stuff. And hopefully I'll be running that 8x8 this coming weekend for you guys and actually get a real run out of it. Hopefully. And yeah, that's all for you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I have something for you this coming Sunday.